Warning, today's episode contains scenes of dismemberment, nudity, sex with a minor, cannibalism, and someone being choked to death with intestines. Viewer discretion is advised.
Sold me, you sold me down the river now. I hope you're feeling happy now. Now you always have a sneer in your smile. But wake up, baby, you're so totally deluded. You'll end up old and lonely if you don't get a bullet in your head.
This is MangaWeen, this is MangaWeen, this is MangaWeen, 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 MangaWeen. It's Halloween, the time of the year when we let all the dark depravity in our hearts come bubbling to the surface. And then we commoditize it into awesome costumes, and therefore we don't have to fear it anymore. It's pretty cathartic, and it's my favorite time of the year. I've got big plans for this year. I'm gonna carve me a couple jack-o'-lanterns, put up some decorations, and make my own costume again. And then on that magic night, I'm gonna don my costume, put on a horror movie marathon, and hand out candy to all the children. For you, my beloved audience, I've got 2 manga reviews and a couple of, shall we say, special videos in the works for this month. Starting with Tokyo Red Riding Hood. Easily one of the most depraved things I have ever read. The manga opens with this pedophile having just finished his first round with his 10-year-old prostitute. You held out pretty well. It didn't hurt that much. You tasted good. It only gets worse from here. These cops are hanging outside the hotel room for not the reasons you're thinking, while these two are warming up for a second round. Red Hood starts going into her fantasy of being eaten alive by the big bad wolf. Pedo plays along for a bit until it becomes painfully clear that getting eaten by the wolf is not a euphemism. Red's totally into Guro, which apparently even Pedorast draws the line at. She expresses disappointment in his standards and draws a shoddy on him, but the SWAT cats gun him down first. But Red makes a jump out the 7-story window and lands back first on a van of perverts. They hide her from the cops in exchange for a gang rape, but Red still has trusty old sawed-off shoddy. Where the hell was she hiding that? She's 10. There's no way there's enough room up her cooch for a shotgun, even a sawed-off one. Well, Red manages to escape the cops and bemoans on a bridge how she cannot wait to get eaten by the wolf. And she is even nice enough to include some chewed-up fantasy images. If you didn't know what Guro was, it's the fetishization of extreme violence with or without the sex. Next chapter opens with little orphan boy giving confession about how he had a dream about blood and yearning that turned him on so much he came in his sleep. Oh, and did I mention that the boy's name is Lupo? Subtle. Sure we couldn't also have a shot of the kid in a wolf costume chasing around the other orphans for fun? For the really slow readers? Red also has a side job as a hit girl / meat collector. One of the many glossed over details of this world is that meat is really hard to get, so black market meat dealers will sell you human meat, which is what brings her to the attention of this particular cop. For unimportant reasons, Red gets caught taking a piss outside by the cops after a murder job. Red taunts Lestrade a bit, and he orders the officers to open fire. Red dodges with a moon boots jump and escapes to the roof. While making a run for it, she accidentally blunders into some police snipers. Red eats a bullet, but being a masochist, she just kind of runs with it. Can I have some more? I want some more bang bang. And she gets more bang bang, and holy shit, she's still alive. I'm kind of turned on. You'll never be forgiven for damaging a girl's face. So aside from being an 11-year-old prostitute and a hit girl and a Guro fetishist, Red is also a demon. And that's only really related to the being eaten by the wolf thing.
Everybody got that?
Chapter 3. I promise I'm not going to cover every damn chapter. I'm just still setting up this insane plot. Focuses on the sex demon floating around the city looking for someone to corrupt with his sexy demon ways. Which is like trying to find a virgin in a maternity ward in this city. Nowadays, only little kids are pure. Man, the other sex demons have started calling me a pedophile. The sex demon doesn't like being called a pedophile. Then he stumbles into Red's bedroom. Yes, this is what I was looking for.
No, it is not. You want none of that.
See, what did I tell you? Now you've been sucked inside of Red, which is apparently an alternate nether plane. And then Red proceeds to fuck the little demon into submission. Yeah, Red outfucks a sex demon, and then for basically no goddamn reason, she turns him into a cat companion thing. What a bizarrely specific magic power. To finish the chapter, we see Lestrade hiring a hit girl to kill Red.
Now, I know not many of you are actually going to go and read this manga for obvious reasons. But if you get the chance to read this, you should really check out Chapter 4 because it is fucking awesome!
Red gets called out by the hit girl, and then a John Woo-style gunfight ensues. I'm not even kidding. This is one of the best gunfights I've ever seen in manga or anime. Japan doesn't really have a gun culture like we do, so it's rare to see gunfights that employ actual tactics, flanking, and covering fire. Red gets completely pinned down by an inexplicably endless barrage of bullets, but makes an opening with a flashbang. This attack reveals the secret behind the assassin's strength, and an extra set of arms.
Handy!
No!
When it turns into a close-range fight, the four-knife style is more than Red can handle. She gets disemboweled, but she's mostly just inconvenienced by this.
I heard that you can't die, but let's see how long that immortality holds up after I melt your bones with this acid. Oh shit, I waited too long!
So Red's lower half beats the shit out of Nurse Octopus, and the observing detective shoots himself, knowing his life's work shall never be completed. Very Javert. After splicing herself back together, Red decides that she wants to befriend her erstwhile assassin. Vivi goes along with it, thinking it will make it much easier to perform a sneak attack later.
Should I trim this for time? Nah!
When they get back to the butcher shop, Italian Body Mods isn't happy about having another live-in, though the resident weapons seller is up for more females in the group.
Oh, but Marco, I'm sure I have something that could interest you.
Piss off!
Wait, Marco, what do you think of this?
Oh yes, we will bang till morning.
You could handle 8 men at once.
What the hell is the 8th guy doing?
Let's do various things. Yeah, maybe I should mention this artist has done porn. Was it obvious?
I'm gonna stop to explain the plot of this manga because it clearly has no intention of doing it itself. Red was a demon who was pregnant and fell in love with an angel, and the other demons weren't too hot on that. So when she gave birth, they wiped her memory, left her on Earth to commit as many sins as possible, and then get eaten by her son, the wolf. And then apocalypse, I don't know. And for some reason, the angel who fell in love with her is trying to cause this to happen as well. This story makes less sense than Bayonetta's.
So now Red and Vivi are on the hunt for some guy who's been eating people and making it hard for Marco to run his business. When they find him, he looks like this. Wow. That is actually pretty messed up. And this freak keeps going on and on about how women are only worth something when they're young and beautiful. Apparently, he also bought some muscle surgery, so he's actually really strong and fast. He manages to take out Vivi and then tracks down and dismembers Red before fucking what he thinks is her lifeless corpse.
So he's a necrophiliac Guro pedophile. Is this hurting you? Should I be exposing you to this? I mean, I'm fine with this, but I'm already beyond saving. I'm really starting to worry that I'm gonna damage your fragile little psyches.
I'll grow a spine, you fucking pussy!
Actually, no. Pussies are good.
You fucking ballsack!
Mistress Hagen.
In my show, I've covered giant spurting zombie cocks, skeleton Jesus raping a nun, and I've seen an animated horse fuck a bird.
I wish I didn't remember that one.
Your little fan base of weebos can suck it the fuck up!
You know what? I think you're right, Mistress.
Of course I'm fucking right! Who the fuck do you think I am? You?
Hail, Hagen.
Hail me.
Let's keep this pain train rolling.
Fucking Red while she was near death was a bad idea as she starts to absorb herself into Pedorast and then come back out. Then she kicks her way out of his mouth. Could have been worse. Could have been a cat. And then she explodes from inside of him. Fun!
I'm gonna shoehorn in a complaint I have here because any kind of digression from this kind of madness just comes off as a non sequitur. The translation's not that good. Japanese doesn't really use pronouns, they just assume you remember the subject of the sentence, and that's not easy to translate into English, and the scanlators didn't really nail it. So this already Bayonetta-worthy plot gets upgraded to Killer 7 level mindfuck. As well as all the other fucking.
So while this shit is going down, Lupo is starting to lose his mind. Watching this is actually kind of hard because they paired Lupo with the only nice people in the goddamn story, so knowing that he's gonna eat the caring priest and the adorable orphan girl is kind of rough. Meanwhile, some Raggedy Ann-looking girl sends zombies after Red with some pretty damn clever tactics. Manages to blow up Red's head, but then the cyber demon who's been hanging around uses a sigil to regenerate her head.
In this case, he's not a demon summoned from a computer, he's just a demon who's really good at using computers, which is apparently a useful skill in hell.
The reintroduction of all the pseudo-cosmic crap is about as subtle as an unlubed butt plug. Suddenly, the angels are all interested in what's going on with Lupo and Red, so they send down a big-titted assassin.
The best kind.
She's got some wicked sharp feathers and isn't really the kind of person you want to take in a stand-up fight, so Red sends out for her sex demon cat. The whole fight is pretty lame, with the super death feathers being so dangerous that obviously they don't get hit by them. Worth noting is that the angel keeps getting angry and angrier to the point that she gets a hate stiffy, because she is a hermaphrodite.
Add another one to the list of representations of angels as hermaphrodites. This just keeps getting better and better.
Apparently, the mangaka agrees with me, because as far as I can tell, the only reason the angel is a hermaphrodite is so that Luca and Red can fuck her at the same time in the netherworld. That's why Red called for Luca, so they could enter into the sexual negative zone. She goes down pretty easy.
Hey, phrase it!
Mostly because I imagine sex trade ain't a thing you learn in heaven. Following the mental threesome, Red turns the angel into a cat, just like she did to Luca all the way back in Chapter 3. New thing though, she doesn't really need any more pets, so she just crushes the angel cat. Like, with her feet. Yeah, kinda easy to forget that Red is a really evil monster. Now the angels are all pissy that their assassin got roadkilled and sent a battalion to the meat store. And the fuckers killed Marco, the awesome butcher. And he has a moment with Vivi, because they had a lot of off-panel moments together apparently. Oh, and he got her a wedding dress with 2 arm sets. Aww.
Wait, they were just fuck buddies. Never mind, kinda creepy.
But Vivi thought it was sweet and decides to go medieval on these dickheads. And she decides to do it bride style. It's a pretty good fight scene with knives and guns and angels getting sliced into pieces. And Vivi has a real moment about how she finally felt accepted by the people at the meat market because they were all monsters together. She's got to distract the angels from interrupting Red from finding her son, and Muscles manages to actually put up a fight.
Wait, how does Red know where her son is? Nah, don't care.
Red confronts asshole angel guy whose plan is to use the Lupo power to make a new world where only he and Red can live, cause that wouldn't get boring after a while. Red slashes him up good, but apparently he's super powerful and absorbs himself into Red so he can control her into feeding herself to her own son. He goes full Wolfie and really starts ripping and gnawing and ejaculating.
You heard me.
And once he's cleaned his plate, he turns into a super devil of some kind. Cut to a sort of weird internal mind palace thing where Red bumps into all the people she's fucked with over the course of this story. Apparently the power of making your own personal heaven exists in this mind space, and Angel Guy's version is constantly banging Red's grown-up form. Then Red does some weird metaphysical shit and shatters the world and explodes Demon Lupo. She wakes up with most of her torso missing and the world saved. Because the world presented in this manga was totally worth saving. The end.
And so ends Tokyo Red Riding Hood. And I'm still not clear on why it's called Tokyo.
I knew when I started this project that it would be creepy, weird, and disturbing, and probably more than most of you are used to seeing. But it has real human moments mixed in with all the shit fucking sanity. And that makes it all worth it.
And in this month of horror, I wanted to inflict some actual horror on my audience. I really wish I could have seen your faces for some of this review. The mangaka for this one is Tamaki Benkyo, who mostly works in hentais with actual stories. Yes, those exist. Till next time, I'm Plutoburns, and this has been MangaWeen. Woo!
She wants to dance like Uma Thurman, bury me till I confess. She wants to dance like Uma Thurman, and I can't get you out of my head.
Zombie, the skeleton Jesus thing. Didn't you watch the Zombie Christ review?
Yeah, I know, but
Halloween skeleton Jesus thing with a badly post-production added raw chicken leg, raping a nun.
Yeah, you know where you have those little out-of-body experiences and you realise what exactly it is you're fucking doing?